Hey y'all, it's Nina. Welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all for bearing with me. I know I've been a little bit MIA, but I've had a lot going on. I moved, I'm finally in my new place, and life is finally settling down a little bit. So I wanted to share this light retwist video with you guys, just light lock maintenance, nothing heavy-handed, nothing perfect. If you're looking for that, this isn't the video for you. But if you're interested, keep watching. All right, y'all. So, with all of the packing and purging and eventually moving, I just did not have the time or the energy to focus on my hair for a couple of weeks. And I honestly cannot believe I let it get like this. I mean, I look so dusty, but this is how the locks looked before I did the shampoo and retwist. And then I finally moved, and this is the first time washing my locks in my new place. I love this new shower head that my man installed. Goodbye to the old one. We had a good run. So I'll put a link above and in the description box on how I wash my locks with more detail. In this video, I'm just kind of showing you just the motions running through it. This is about maybe 2.5 shampoos. I think I've made enough shower head jokes in my day, but I will say if you don't use a shower head, seriously, what are you waiting on? It makes washing your locks so much easier. Plus, it makes washing your shower easier too, cleaning your shower. So definitely grab one. And as always, I'm squeezing them dry. So to seal in the moisture, I'm adding some of Lion Locs' oil to my scalp. I also use some sweet almond oil, and I accidentally cut that clip out. And for my retwist, I'm using Fruit of the Earth aloe vera gel, just a little bit on my roots. And I like it because it's really light. Now, if you have hair that really unravels a lot, it's probably not the best product. But for me, it works to just give me a light hold, like a very conservative hold. Whenever I retwist my own locks, which is most of the time, I always aim for being more conservative. I never go for that super tight, super neat look where the scalp is kind of raised because there's so much tension on it. That has never appealed to me. So if you're someone who likes those really sharp retwists frequently, you're probably going to be like, girl, what is going on with your hair? It looks like it still needs to be done. But I'm always thinking about what's sustainable for my locks in the long term. And for me, doing it really tight and snatched ain't it. So I do palm roll mostly, but in the back it gets a little bit tricky with the angles, so sometimes I would just kind of finger twirl those locks. And then I just secured them with clips, and you don't have to use clips, but I like to use them because I'm just not that dexterous, I guess. So the cinnamon bun method is kind of hit or miss for me, so clips make it easier. So retwisting the front of my locks gets a little bit tricky because my hair is shorter up there. So I use this little edge brush to kind of neaten it. Again, not looking for anything perfect. And it ain't gonna stay, but just getting it neat is all I'm really after. So I try to gather up as much of that loose hair as I can into the lock, just kind of wrapping it around, as you'll see. So once I get that wrapped how I want it, I just palm roll the lock and clip it down. My hair is so delicate in the front, and so I try to be really gentle because I want to keep what I have. So even if it appears that I'm retwisting a little bit tight, it's really not that tight at all. I'm doing a lot of revolutions just to get that loose hair organized a little bit more. But the tension is very minimal. So y'all, when it comes to parting, I do recommend twisting in the way that you want your hair parted. Initially, I was going for a center part with this look, and then later on I decided to do a side part, and I wish that I had twisted it that way. So that way I wouldn't have any kind of like weird lumps, because your locks will go in the direction that you put them in, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, it might seem kind of obvious, but however you want your locks to lay, style them while they're wet in that direction. And a note about this loose hair that I'm wrapping around. So sometimes it stays and sometimes it won't. And I want to normalize that, because I know a lot of you guys ask me questions about how to manage that hair and how to manage the frizz. And the reality is that it's going to be there, especially if you have like shorter hair in the front like I do. You're going to have to constantly, get that hair in order. And I wouldn't suggest, fussing over it too much. Like at some point you just want to let it do what it does, but it is easiest to manipulate when your hair is wet. And since I'm going for a more conservative look, I just put a little bit of aloe vera gel on my edges and called it a day. So then I just tie a satin scarf over the top of my head, leaving the ends out. And I'm sorry guys, again, I lost that clip, but I did that and then I let it air dry. So a week later, this is how it's looking, and this is after working out and just everyday life. I did touch up my edges with the edge brush a little bit more. But yeah, I feel like it is enough hold for me. It's mainly about the maintenance. It's just about organizing the hair a little bit versus snatching it bald. I've been refreshing my hair with Lion Locs' rose water spray this week, and it just smells so good. It feels so moisturizing. I will link to this in the description box as well. But yeah, this is how I like to maintain my locks when I'm wearing them straight. Just very simple, very natural. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please remember to check your locks for lint as well. And I will see you guys in the next one.